So what's the problem with Shrek 5? Let's dig into that. First up, we have to talk about the designs. This is the major sticking point for fans, and honestly, I both can and can't see the big deal. In essence, the new animation style is just too cartoony for Shrek, which for all four of its original movies maintained the same lifelike aesthetic that made it so popular both at the time and in the ensuing years, wherein it became a meme, because often it was kind of horrifying. They are definitely different designs, most notably in the faces. The big problem seems to be the eyes, which are now much closer together than they used to be. The changes make the characters appear more in line with another DreamWorks property, the Trolls franchise. This is especially disappointing for fans of the previous Puss in Boots movie, 2022's The Last Wish. That film employed varying animation styles and received universal acclaim for how it changed in style from the Shrek franchise and the Puss in Boots film that preceded it. There's also a contingent of the internet that suggests the new designs look AI-generated. As one Reddit thread points out, this is a pretty clear symptom of the brain rot that now exists among people who are so inundated with AI content that they see just about any art that doesn't look quite right to them as being of AI origin. While I guess, sure, it is possible that AI was used in the creation of these new Shrek designs, it seems like the simpler answer is that the studio decided to modernize the animation. After all, this is a series from what, like 1999? It's old. Lines are smoother, hair is more lifelike, and the eyes, well, they're more like Trolls, the current titan amongst DreamWorks' various animated properties. The new style begs the question, of course, what will normal humans look like in this new version? Has the realistic look been completely abandoned or just for the non-human characters? That's something we're going to have to wait and see to find out. Now, a lot of people seem to be equating this to an Ugly Sonic situation, and I think that's a bit absurd. The character designs are certainly different from how they looked in the original quadrilogy, but not to the point of being completely different. Add to that, the folks pointing out the Ugly Sonic comparison are also calling for a redesign a la that film, which is unfortunate both because it's just not that big of a difference, and because to do an overhaul is a very costly and time-intensive procedure in an industry where most animators are already horribly overworked. I guess what I'm trying to say is, it's not that big of a deal. It's fine. Anyway, going back to brain rot for a second, that term has another meaning for the internet, and that's dank memes. Well, memes of low quality that are often stupid or mindless, but hey, one man's trash is another man's dank meme. Donkey. Shrek is a frequent subject of brain rot memes, and nothing horrifies the internet quite like a major Hollywood production signaling that it understands memes based on its properties. As such, many were simply aghast at the opening of this little teaser, wherein Shrek cycles through various notable Shrek memes, using the magic mirror as if it were TikTok in the process. And the thing about this one is that, well, it's a teaser announcing the cast, and so it's unlikely that what we're seeing here will make it into the actual film. Another aspect to this is the question of whether it is time for the Shrek franchise to open itself up to memes. After all, Shrek has always been filled to the brim with references to pop culture, and so it would make sense for the latest installment to update its reference repertoire. What made the original Shrek so great was how it balanced these references, and so it may be too early to tell just how well the new Shrek can handle the job. Again, we're unlikely to see this joke as is in the final product, so we've effectively seen zero footage from the actual film.
It's just a donkey.
And what about inconsistency? Fans have also noticed that while Zendaya is playing Shrek and Fiona's daughter Felicia, the other two of Shrek's triplets, Fergus and Farkle, are nowhere to be seen. Again, I think this is just because we're watching a 30-second announcement video. It's reasonable to assume that Fergus and Farkle are probably not major characters and therefore don't have a notable actor attached to their voices. As such, there's no reason for this, again, 30-second teaser to showcase them. They just aren't necessary. The purpose of the video is to establish that the main trio, Mike Myers, Cameron Diaz, and Eddie Murphy, are back, and they're joined by an actress everyone in the audience is probably familiar with. It's not that complicated. It's not that deep. That's really the big takeaway here. For all the bellyaching the internet is going through over this very short teaser, it's just not that complicated. There's a new Shrek coming. It features a bunch of returning voices alongside Zendaya, the designs are a little different to match modern animation expectations, and it's aware of the cultural influence it's had in the years since Shrek Forever After. That's pretty much it until we get something more substantial. Until then, this is all a bit of a nothing burger. But hey, what do you think? Is it actually a big deal? Is the internet overreacting? Am I underreacting? Let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching Screen Rant.